Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 30 NSG. If you like what we do here, please sure you hit that like button down below. Today's topic is, Kotaku asks, how soon is too soon for video game remasters or remakes? When should developers go back and remaster and remake their most popular games? So, how much time has to have passed before it becomes acceptable to remaster or even remake a game? 10 years? 15 years? What about 3-ish years? Is that enough time between the original and the remaster? Well, what's happening earlier next year is Naughty Dog is remastering 2020's Last of Us Part 2. It says, let's back up real fast in case you missed the news last week. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered leaked online. Shortly afterwards, Naughty Dog confirmed the game was real and it would release on January 19th, 2024. After the leak, it was also official confirmation that Naughty Dog, there was also, of course, excitement of Last of Us fans, which were probably more than today than ever before, thanks to the HBO show, who couldn't wait for the re-experience of critically acclaimed sequel. But there was also a lot of people who weren't sure if this game needed to be remastered. Others questioned if this was even a traditional remaster or just a next-gen upgrade. Things got murky, and Naughty Dog revealed that the owners of Last of Us Part 2 on PlayStation 4 spent $10 to upgrade your remastered version of PlayStation 5. That's a little weird. Okay. Let's assume a moment that the remaster game is not just an upgrade, which is how Naughty Dog and Sony are marketing it. The game's recent release does beg the question of how soon we need video game remasters. I don't think anybody outside is persuaded by who deny the popular games from the 90s or even the early 2000s deserve a fancy remaster, but a game from the 2020 being remastered in 2023 seems too soon. Then again, it seems impossible to set specific time requirements for a remaster or remake, and unrelated, trying to defend or define those terms in 2023 is getting harder and harder to do. So, should remasters only happen a decade or more after the original game's launch? Then what would mean EA or BioWare jumped the gun in 2012's Mass Effect 3, which was partially remastered as part of 2021's Legendary Edition, but also even a remaster is also the factor other than simply passage of time that should be considered. In the case of, for instance, the technical leap between Xbox 360 game and the Xbox One/Xbox Series X/S game seems large enough to warrant a touch-up in a comparison of the PlayStation 4 game being remastered for PlayStation 5. Doesn't seem as necessary. Though, one, I imagine diehard fans longing for better-looking versions of Last of Us Part 2 would disagree. So, we leave it up to you in the comments below. Tell us what you think. Is Last of Us Part 2 Remastered happening too soon or not, and why in the feeling that way? Let me give you my thoughts, okay? My thoughts is that, I talked about this yesterday a little bit with the Knights of the Old Republic remake being dead, right? I don't like remasters and remakes, and I know this is my opinions. I know people in the comment section are typing away. They're like, well, you're wrong, and that's fine, right? I don't like remasters or remakes because I just go play the other game. Graphics to me are not the one-all be-all, okay? Some of my favorite games of all time are some of the crappiest graphics, but the gameplay and everything about it, the story is so good, I don't need to have it fresh with brand new graphics to play it again. I do believe that even I called it out when Mass Effect did it, and Mass Effect 2 is one of, if not the favorite game of mine in my entire life of playing games, and I've been playing games since I was 3 years old. So for 42 years, Mass Effect 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, okay? And it took me till 2011 to play it, and even the remaster that came out with the Legendary Edition or whatever, okay? I didn't play it. I don't want to play it because I have the game, okay? I don't need to go out and buy it again. I don't need a remastered of it. I think when companies are going to make remasters and remakes, Naughty Dog has made a lot of games, okay? Why not remake or remaster some of your Uncharted games? Nope. They want to do a game that just came out 3 years ago, and to me, this shows that there's really nothing in the pipeline, and they had to make something. They're like, well, what can we do to make this up? And we can make a quick $10 off people. Now, obviously, if you own the game, you pay $10, you get an upgrade. It's not a big deal, right? But if you don't own the game, then you have to pay, you know, you're buying the next version of or whatnot. But 3 years to me is a little too soon. I think 10 years. I think even in the article when they say 10, 15 years, I think minimum 10 years. Now, obviously, Grand Theft Auto, right, has been out for over 10 years now, or at 10 years now, okay? Could they come out with, wouldn't that be a kicker? Instead of coming out with Grand Theft Auto 6, they just come out with Grand Theft Auto 5 Remastered. That would be a kick in the nuts. Okay. But even then, I think that's a little too soon. Certain games I don't think need to be refreshed because the graphics are so good, right? Like if they made Battlefront 2, we just talked about this yesterday, Battlefront 2 with the photorealism of the graphics. If they remastered the Battlefront 2 game, would anything change? No, because they're so good with graphics. If you made a remaster of it, it wouldn't look anything different. So I'm okay with remasters. I don't like remakes. The difference between a remake and a remaster is remaster, you're just taking an old movie that's grainy and whatnot, and you're redoing it to bring it up to like 4K. Okay? In a video game, you're upping. But a remake, you're literally changing characters. You're changing stuff. It's sort of like what Marvel does with movies, where you're taking characters that was a guy and now putting it as a girl. Or, you know what I mean? Like swapping and changing things fundamentally that just change the whole character. I don't like remakes. Okay, remasters I'm okay with, but I don't partake in it because I own that original game. Now, I totally get there's a world where people never own that game and they can't buy the old system. No one's going to go out, if you want to play Mass Effect, and go buy the old 360 and then play it, you know, and then buy it. That's very minute. So I get it. You want to play Mass Effect, you never play Mass Effect, they did an upgrade version for the remaster, cool. Remake, no. Remaster, fine. But let me know what you think in the comments section down below. What is that time frame of remasters? Can it be 2 years, 3 years? Or does it have to be 10 to 15 years and a couple of consoles apart? Let me know in the comment section down below. These are just my thoughts. Let me know yours, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.